Hey Inspirators, it's Inspiring Vanessa here and welcome back to another exciting interview for all of you. I hope you have been doing well. Today was my second day back at school and it went very well. So I hope everything has been running smoothly and running well for all of you as well. I'm very excited for my guest today. As you know that I am a fan of the Malory Towers TV show. Fingers crossed there will be a season 2, but today I'm going to be interviewing one of the main characters, or part of basically the girl group in Malory Towers, which is the lovely Saskia Kemkers, and she portrays the role of Emily on Malory Towers. I'm not going to say the type of role that she does play because otherwise that kind of does count as a bit of a spoiler for the show if you haven't actually watched it, but make sure you do go and watch it. I believe on BBC iPlayer, that's how I watched it as well. But for those who did watch it, you know what I'm talking about also. But I'm going to be asking her some questions about her acting journey, what it was actually like filming on set with everyone else, and what kind of goals she sees for herself in the future, which is always exciting to hear about. So now I'm going to bring her onto this interview and then we can get straight into it. Hello!
Hi!
How are you? Oh, same time. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm sorry, I've got a very bad position with this phone.
Oh, no, it's okay. We just need to make sure that we can see you properly, that's all. I mean, so what have you been up to recently? Have you gone back to school already?
Yep, I have. I went back last Thursday. It is slightly weird going back to it all from doing nothing for a while, but I'm enjoying it. How about you?
I just had my second day back today, but I've actually started a new school. So kind of not having that goodbye from my old school was a little bit sad, but I still see some of my friends, so it was okay. At least we have social media and ways to message each other and contact each other as well. But I hope your first day was good, and thanks for being my guest today on today's interview. No worries. The first question I have for you is, when did you start acting and why are you passionate about it?
I actually started acting when I was 6.
Wow.
I yeah. I've actually got a photo next to me. I don't even know where this came from. Hang on. I was in your column.
Oh, that is so cute. It just came out of nowhere. I mean, it was meant to be there.
It literally was. It's got a bunch of stuff in it. I don't know. And I joined Stagecoach, and I loved it. I did singing, I did dancing, I did acting, but I never really got into it. I actually quit Stagecoach after. I liked it at the start, but I didn't really have many friends there. I just moved back from. I used to live in Abu Dhabi, so I moved back from a different country, and I'm still trying to get settled in. And I didn't really feel like I fit in. Fitted in?
Fitted in. I mean,
we'll go with that. And then actually, do you know the Christmas local panto? I'm assuming you have one in your area.
I mean, yeah, we have a pantomime in my area, yeah.
Like a pantomime. And I went to one in my area, and I remember there were always like the kids who kind of help out on the stage, do a bit of dancing. And from that day, I have no idea why, I really wanted to do that. I really wanted to be on stage and be part of that. And I mean, that entire atmosphere, I fell in love with it. So I went back to Stagecoach. I joined other schools. I did Lambda at my school. I did acting. I did everything I could. And I got back into it. And I fell in love with it.
I mean, I actually used to do Stagecoach as well, so it's always fun to see someone else who does it, or just like drama school in general, or like maybe it's okay, or like mini like drama lessons as well. So that's always really like fun to hear. Everyone could just kind of go to the same place or learn from the same places. It's actually quite a small world if you think about it, to be honest.
It is.
But it's really fun fascinating, like you kind of quit Stagecoach, but then suddenly something just clicked in your brain when you saw that theatre and you saw those kids. So thank goodness you kind of had that realization that you wanted to do acting, because otherwise you wouldn't be here today. And that's the most important thing for sure. But that is so cool that you started when you were 6 years old. I mean, did you have a lot of confidence when you were younger?
Yeah, I did. I was quite loud. I mean, actually, I think everyone's like this. They're very shy with some people, but then they're overconfident at home. That was me. I think, yeah, I liked performing, and I liked becoming someone else and stepping out of my persona, and going into a new one. I love that.
Definitely, just trying to make the audience or just the people who are watching, just make them feel something, whether it be make them laugh or just make them sad and make them cry, whatever it is, to try and make them feel a certain emotion is really like the true essence of acting, truly, I believe also. So the next question is, what's your favourite part about being an actress? I think you just kind of answered it just now anyway.
I would not say that I'm an actress. This was my first ever job. I was very, very lucky. I was blessed with that. So I don't really know what my favourite part about being an actress is. I don't really feel like I want, really. I guess just, my favourite part about acting on Malory Towers was getting to do it surrounded by my friends. And doing a job that I love, spending the summer with my friends. And then when I was doing Stagecoach, the thing I love about that or my acting school currently is doing something creative, not being behind a desk, doing something different, stepping in something else. I've been working, everyone's been working all day, everyone's been at school, and it's just so nice. On a weekend I just go off to Saturday school, my GFA school, and I let all of my energy out. I remember we always do this warm-up dance where, I don't know if you ever did that. Did you do the funky chicken dance?
We literally, I just did it in my drama class today. It's part of the little theatre, games. I think that's what they're called, icebreaker games, yeah.
Lets out all the tension. It's gone in a swish.
Just a little shake over here and you're going to be fine.
Exactly.
That is amazing as well. And you can still say you are an actress, because you don't need to have a million things on your resume. It's just, I think, that you enjoy the craft of it and being in tap with your creative mindset also, because so many people can't actually do that. So many actresses, dancers, singers, whatever it is that's kind of part of the arts, that is amazing, because you can be creative and be passionate about something that people can't usually tap into that easily, I would say. So always keep that in mind. But you're welcome. But the next question is, if you could star in any TV show or film, what would it be and why?
I know it's not possible, but I am a huge fan of Harry Potter. I'm a nerd when it comes to Harry Potter. I love it so much. I've just rewatched all 8 films, so
wow,
it would be Harry Potter.
That is dedication.
That is dedication. I do it at the start of every year. I know I'm going back to school and I've watched the Harry Potters. It would be Harry Potter, or for a TV show, I love Grey's Anatomy. Have you ever watched Grey's Anatomy?
I haven't, but a lot of my friends have actually watched it.
It is a very good show. I'm in love with it. It's a great show. So it'd be Grey's Anatomy or Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's a great show.
I haven't watched Grey's Anatomy or Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I know they are very, very good shows. A lot of my friends do watch them. But what house are you in from Harry Potter? If anyone who's wondering.
You hear that? Sorry.
No, sorry. It's kind of cut off.
Sorry, my Wi-Fi.
It's okay.
I'm in Hufflepuff.
Oh, that is very, very interesting as well. Somebody just commented Ravenclaw. So if you are a fan of Harry Potter, leave your house down below as well.
Vanessa, do you have a house? Are you in a house?
I don't actually know what house I'm in. you're probably gonna come for me, but I haven't watched any of the Harry Potter movies or read the books. But I do know, I do know a lot about it because my best friend is a massive fan of Harry Potter. So I'm still educated on it. I know about it, but I just haven't watched it yet. But I probably will kind of get to it. I just think I'm quite an impatient person a little bit. So watching 8 movies seems very much for me.
I mean, also that is the other reason I got into acting. There's like behind the scenes clips of Harry Potter. I always love watching bloopers, and it looks so much fun. It always does when you watch bloopers.
I mean, bloopers are the best. When I watch a movie or when I watch a TV show, like literally, I go onto Google and I just go bloopers of this, and it's just so funny
every time.
Exactly, and you see actors and you think they're so like uptight and professional, when actually they're just having as much fun as you are watching the movie. So it's very, very, very fascinating. Yeah, bloopers are always the best. I was watching the bloopers of Malory Towers on the YouTube channel. That was very, very, very funny and entertaining to watch, I definitely say.
The one with Sienna's hat.
Definitely, but bloopers are the absolute best. But just because you were saying Harry Potter, just for everyone's sake, I will start watching the films. And it's been coming up on like my For You page on TikTok as well. Something's giving me a sign, so it's a sign. So I'll get back to you once I've watched all of the movies. Definitely. So the next question is, what was it like getting into character for your for Emily?
I would say I'm quite similar to Emily. I don't know. I mean, not in obvious ways. I guess I don't really. I mean, I know some people kind of have a routine to get into their character. If their characters, I know that Dania, I mean, obviously she just have to concentrate for a little bit before, because she's so different from Gwen. But I wouldn't. I just kind of say the lines. Obviously, we had to practice them every night before the day we filmed it. But I would just learn my lines and then I guess say them. I've never really had a ritual to get into it, or I guess it could just happen. I don't know if that's normal. I'm not sure.
I mean, what kind of characteristics would you say were similar to you and Emily, and which ones were more opposite?
No, I think Emily is kind of the ground personality. Emily's a lot quieter than me. She also can sew, which I can't. I actually ended up sewing on one of the scenes. I had to sew, just embroider, and I managed to sew the embroidery wheel to my dress and through my leg. So I'm very, very bad at sewing. It was awful.
I mean, I am as well. I mean, I love arts, like visual arts is my favourite, but when it comes to textiles and sewing things, absolutely not in my alley. And it's not something I'm up for.
If they give everyone, sometimes when if you're in background of the scene, they give everyone props, they're doing something. I would always be given my sewing basket, and we were not friends, me and my sewing basket.
I mean, sewing is just, I think it's a very important skill. It can be an important skill.
Yeah.
But it's very like impressive if people can sew really well. Like for example, people can just go and buy clothes and just be so confident in the fact they can just sew it together. And I'm like, I wish I just had that confidence or that skill to do that, especially. So the next question is, what was one of your favourite memories from being on set?
I think definitely the first day I actually walked into set. There was a group scene without me, so I came in the second day, and just seeing the set, it was incredible. I mean, there was so much detail. Every poster on the wall had a full. I mean, there were some newspapers, and they were all fully written. There were so many props. I remember walking into my first scene was in the sewing room, where I belong, and and it was so beautiful. I loved that. That was my eyes were probably glowing. It was so cool, and it kind of hit me. Wow, I'm gonna be filming on the set. I'm gonna be acting on the set. It was incredible, and I think just the first day, you know, the buzz, the excitement. I actually, it was so random. My hands were filmed for the first day, and like a prop instead of Gwen's hands. So I had to do more sewing. I don't know why they just.
Oh. I mean, maybe the world was just trying to tell you to maybe try sewing out, but maybe it just won't be something.
I don't think
that will happen.
No, I don't. I can't see myself being a tailor when I'm older.
Same here. I could never go into a career that would just make me do something, especially like what a hand ache that would be also.
Oh my
god. So I give all the appreciation to tailors and people who love to sew, because that is a very, very impressive skill also. Yeah. But that just sounds like so amazing, and just walking in the set and you just realizing that you are a part of like the production, and you are actually a part of it, even though you weren't there when they were building the set or whatever it is, you're still a part of it. So that's really really lovely and genuine and very wholesome to hear as well. So a final question I have is, how did you find out that you got the role of Emily?
I found out, I came back from school. I mean, I'd had a callback. I only had a couple of callbacks, but I don't know why. That whole week, I kept on praying. I just was hoping and wishing that somehow in another world they could give me this part. And one day, I think someone different picked me up from school, and I came home, and I was in a bit of a weird mood that day, some friendship problems, you know, school. And my mum kind of bounced out of her study. She was so happy. She was weirdly excited, and I wasn't in the mood.
She's like, can you stop? I'm just tired.
Sorry.
I just can't. It's okay. I just kind of can't. Yeah, I just can't entertain this.
Aren't on the same level here. And she said, sit down, bouncing. And she said, they've decided to give you the role of Emily on Malory Towers, and I just didn't talk. I kind of just stood there, kind of stared into space, and it was unreal. I genuinely thought I was dreaming. I was like, there is no way. This is what I've been dreaming of since I was 6. There's no way this can happen. This isn't happening. And my first reaction was that. And then my mum told me that you'll be filming for 2 months in Canada. And first of all, I was like, wow, that's so cool. And then she was like, away from us. And then my mood changed a little bit, and I was like, okay, everything has a downfall. It's the way it works, and it's an incredible experience. But actually, after that, I did start to panic a little bit, which was awful. I mean, I felt guilty. I was given this incredible opportunity, but I needed a time out. Whenever I'm feeling really sad or really confused or really anxious, my brother always takes me out for a cycle ride. So we went for a cycle ride, just to let it sink in, to think about it. Obviously, there was no way I was not going to take the job. It was, who wouldn't?
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer. But I just need to think about it, because it was my summer. When you're 14, I know. I mean, I thought, I'll miss things, but no, because I'm gonna find some pretty cool stuff out there. But actually, I mean, I had mixed emotions. I know that Ella did as well. I think it's a big thing for someone who's a kid to go through, but at the same time, I mean, there's no way that it's incredible. I'm so lucky. I'm eternally grateful. But there's always a little bit of mixed emotions. But I mean, I was excited. I'll put it that way.
I mean, thank you for being like truthful with us about how you're feeling as well, because I mean, I think any like kid who wants to be a child actor, maybe they don't fully understand what kind of sacrifices have to come with showbiz or with being on a massive set or being part of a massive incredible production. Sometimes that can mean time away from your family members like yourself and the rest of the cast as well. So thank you for sharing that with us as well, and just kind of almost helping everyone else feel a bit more aware about it, because people don't think about it straight away, I feel like. It's something that people don't really think about. It kind of just comes up randomly, and obviously that gives you a lot of shock and fear almost, a little bit too. But thank you for sharing that, and we're all very, very glad that you did get the role. Your mum's reaction and you describing it just put a smile on my face. Just kind of jumping up and down. Okay, sit down. I mean, I'm guessing when you said silent, she probably was a bit confused, like, is she happy about this? Is she sad about this? Is she just a bit monotone because of her mood?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I hope I was smiling into the distance, but I can't remember. I might have just been going like that.
Just zoned out.
Yeah.
I mean, I think anyone would, especially for like your first massive opportunity, your first like big job. I think anyone would just be speechless. There are really no words to describe the way you're feeling in that moment. Truly. Yeah.
And
so
Twinkle's here.
Hi Twinkle, thank you for tuning in. So the final question before we get into some questions from the viewers is, what are your goals for the future? What would you like to achieve in the future?
That is quite a tough question. That has been my big question this summer. I actually have to choose my A-levels in January, so I really need to come up with an answer to that one. I am not completely sure that I want to continue with acting. As awful as that sounds, I mean, it's the most, Malory Towers is incredible, but I'm very interested in medicine and becoming a doctor or surgeon.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a little bit different from acting. It is a little bit. Or I would like to continue with acting. I mean, I kind of forgot being quarantined for so long how much I loved it when I came back into school, and I started when the last episode came out, for example, I forgot actually that feeling of being on set, and I mean I love acting, but equally I don't know, I've been given a great opportunity with my education as well, and not that acting doesn't show you education. I mean, it's an incredible career, and I respect anyone who takes it. It's incredibly hard to get into, but I love the stability of medicine. I love learning, memorizing things. I'm sounding like such a nerd right now.
Definitely not. It's very interesting to hear, so please continue. If you have anything else to kind of tell us about it.
I find it really interesting, and I want to help people. I want to be able to save people's lives. I mean, that's an incredible superpower, and a very small part of me was being an actor that I feel like I'm not helping the world, like I'm not doing something for other people. But actually, I think actors who, I mean, take Leonardo DiCaprio. I know he's very high up, but he does so much for the environment and leads a climate change march. And when you have a position of authority, you're able to influence people, and that's the biggest superpower you could ever have. So, I mean, I didn't see that before. So now I'm very stuck on being. I mean, they're completely different career paths, and you can't really merge them unless you want to be on Homesick or go to acting. It's a merge, but you can't really do that. So
I mean, that sounds amazing, first of all. And I feel like in schools, they're always kind of pressuring you to think about what you want to do for the future. So it's amazing that you even have an idea of what you want to do. And you shouldn't have to feel guilty that you don't want to continue acting in the future, because whatever makes you happy is going to make other people happy and alive as well, and saving their lives. So whatever is best for you, you're going to go with, and we're all going to be rooting for you the whole way through. no matter what you decide to do in the future as well. And I think just going through that whole process, obviously going to medical school and becoming a doctor, is so amazing, and it's a lot of dedication, but we all believe in you. Maybe if you don't believe in yourself, but we all believe in you. I can definitely see you kind of achieving that in the future as well. But don't feel pressured by it, because I feel like everyone kind of puts that pressure on a lot of people to kind of have a constant idea of what you want to achieve in the future. So we're just gonna have to go with the flow and see what happens. Go with the flow and see where life is going to take us.
Yes, that is it. I like that quote. Everyone.
So yeah. So now we're going to answer some questions from the viewers. If anyone has any more questions, leave them in the little question icon or in the comments box. So the first question is from Erin Brown XO, and they said, do you do singing, dancing and acting? Do you still do singing and dancing, I think the question is?
I don't. If I'm honest, I am awful at dancing. I know people are gonna, if anyone is trying to deny that, it's true. I'm okay with it. Dancing is not my strong suit. I can do other stuff. I can memorize stuff. Great superpower. I do acting. Singing, I am mediocre at. I can sing, but I'm not like the other girls. Oh my goodness. Twinkle, Tash, Beth. Oh,
their voices, wow.
The angels, Dania, Amy, Ella. Who have I missed? Zoe. Oh, Zoe's voice. Incredible.
I know.
Awesome.
It's so mature as well.
I know.
So crazy.
Also, Dania is insanely mature. She's more mature than me, and I'm 2 years older than her.
I mean, everyone is super talented in the class. Everyone is extremely, extremely talented.
They are.
Yes, definitely. So the next question is from X Anna Joy X, and Anna said, what is your favourite school subject?
I think mine is biology. I found it really interesting. All languages, I like languages. Sometimes maths. Don't want to sound like a nerd.
No, it's okay. I mean, being
From
smart,
your reaction, I don't think you like maths.
I mean, maths is not my strong point. It's not my favourite subject, but I mean, saying that you're a nerd is a good thing, because that means you're educated and you're smart and you enjoy different lessons and you're still appreciating the educational resources around you as well.
Yeah.
But maths isn't my strong point, but English is definitely one of my favourite subjects.
Oh,
a lot of people disagree with me because people just don't like writing.
No. See, I think I know people are like, oh no, that's not true. But if I'm honest, I think you're either an English person or you're a maths person.
You can't be both.
You can't be both.
It's not possible. I've never met someone who likes English and maths.
No, or is good at both.
Or, I mean, otherwise you're a superhuman.
Yeah, you are. You can be part of the Avengers.
Definitely. The next question is from Esther Patty, and she said, where did you film Malory Towers?
We filmed Malory Towers in Toronto for 2 months, and then for 1 month in Devon and Cornwall. We actually went to 3 locations in the south of England. We went to a train station in Cornwall. We went to a fun little cold pool in Cornwall, and then in Devon we filmed at Heartland Abbey, which was beautiful. It's very nice.
Sounds like such amazing locations to film at. Such an amazing opportunity. So the next question is from ams.an.x, and they said, what is your favourite animal?
Do you know, I don't think I know. What's your favourite animal?
My favourite animal is a dolphin, definitely. Such beautiful creatures, and they're so friendly as well. But I'm not a dog person or a cat person. I'm basically both, like equally. I love them both. So I do have a cat myself, but I'd love to have a dog. It's just not very possible for me because one, my mum would not let me get a dog, and there's no way for us to look after a dog. because we travel quite a lot, so who would look after the dog? You need to constantly be going on walks with them, just different things like that. But otherwise, that would be like my 3 top favourite animals, I feel like.
I agree with you completely. I have a cat, but equally I'd love a dog, but my cat is scared of humans, let alone dogs, so I don't think that would work out very well.
Yeah. I mean, my cat is very lazy, but she's also quite independent, so that is good about cats, or having them as a pet.
Yeah.
So the next question is from Holby Cass, and they said, out of all the girls, who is the most like their character? And that is a really interesting question.
That's a really good question. I don't think I've ever answered that before. I have no idea.
I mean, definitely not Dania. She's an X off the list.
Complete. Not Sienna. I don't think so. Sienna's crazy in a gorgeous way. Up to bits. I'm looking at a photo of each of them. Not Beth. Beth is entirely sweet, and I think there's a slight mean side to Jean. Not Amy. She's not a quiet Mary Lou. She's fun and incredible. I think Ella. No, actually, definitely Ella. Ella, when you're talking to Ella, I mean, there's a side Daryl completely when you're talking to her. She hasn't really got, I mean, she doesn't slap people up. She hasn't got that side of Daryl. But she's definitely got that strong side of her, where just the determined side. No, definitely Daryl. But that's a very good question. I mean, Ella.
Yeah. Daryl, Ella. I mean, you did say they are very, very similar, so it can almost be the same person.
I did used to call her Daryl, and she did used to call me Emily for 2 weeks.
Oh. Kind of expose yourself, but it's okay. It's the way that we get to know each other. So the next question is from Flora Arts _ and Flora said, who are some of the actors that inspire you?
This is going to sound very basic, but definitely Emma Watson. I think she was incredible.
Definitely.
Harry Potter, she's made my top 5 films. Harry Potter and Little Women.
I love Little Women, oh my gosh.
Incredible film, love that.
But I wish I could, you know that reaction when you watch a movie for the first time?
Yeah.
I wish I could, I wish every time I watch Little Women I could have that reaction, if that makes sense.
Definitely, I watched it in the cinema.
Such an amazing movie.
It was so good, especially with Timothée Chalamet, it's great.
Love him.
Also, I think from Grey's Anatomy, sorry, I'm referencing it again, but Jessica Capshaw, who plays Arizona Robbins, I think she is incredible. She's such a good actress, all of those people on there. But in terms of child actresses, I think definitely Emma Watson when she was younger. I mean, the talent.
She's super talented. Wow,
super talented.
Insanely.
Oh, I wish I was as good as her. But also, actually, I think Ella. I mean, all of them. Ella, I mean, I've just looked at a picture of Ella, all of them. They're all insanely talented. I think, yeah, all of the girls.
Look up to all of them. That is so lovely to hear. So the next question is from Molly.the_crafts, and Molly said, did you ever get homesick when you were away in Canada?
Yes, I did.
It would be a little concerning if you weren't.
It would be, wouldn't it? A bit offensive to my family. I actually remember one of the first weeks back, I actually had a little meltdown on set, which is awful. I'm exposing myself here. I had to take it to one side. I just started crying out of the blue. I think I was a bit tired. I just really missed my brother. I actually had my mum there that week. Actually, I was lucky enough to have my mum there for quite a lot of it, which other girls didn't. I have quite a big problem with homesickness. I struggle with it quite a lot. I always have. So the cast and crew, they were great. They allowed my mum to come and stay nearby so I could see her on weekends, and I had quite a few days off because a lot of the time Emily wasn't in scenes, so I got to hang out with my mum, and it was incredible. I was so lucky, and But sometimes, I mean, I miss my mum when she wasn't there. Obviously, I miss my dad, I miss my brother, and I miss my cat, and my friends.
And the friends.
And the
Can't
cat.
forget.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I always like miss my cat. Whenever we go on holiday, I'm just like, I just want to have my little cuddles with my cat.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. So the final question is...
Roll.
Quite a random question, but another question from ams.and.x. What's your favourite day of the week?
Friday.
Of course.
I think so. How about you?
Kind of depends, because also, like on a school day, because we just got like our new timetables, if I have like a day where I have really like my favourite lessons, then that usually becomes my favourite day also.
Yeah.
It's very weird, but then if it's like the weekends, I also like my weekends, because I can kind of work on my other things like separately. So I don't really have a specific first like favourite day of the week. It kind of just depends on the way I'm feeling, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's how the day is just going to plan out as well. But that was the final question. Saskia, thank you so much for being my guest today. Where can we find
me?
I mean, thank you for being here. And where can we find you on social media so we can stay tuned on your journey? That's what I was trying to say.
My account, Saskia Kemkers. I'm also on TikTok. I also can't dance, so maybe don't follow that, but follow my Instagram. No, my TikTok is the same as my Instagram.
So thank you so much for being my guest today again, for sharing all of your knowledge and your memories and your different like experiences as well from being on set, and also like from your childhood as well. It was really lovely speaking to you today. I don't know what's going on with Instagram, but I can't X on yours, so you're gonna have to do it on your side. But otherwise, thank you for being here today, and I'll speak to you soon.
Thank you so much for having me. Very touched to choose me. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. I'll speak to you soon then. Bye.
Bye.
So now it is the end of the interview. Thank you also so much for tuning in today. I do apologise if your question didn't get answered. If you still want your question to be answered, this interview will be up on my IGTV. So just wait for it to pop up. I'll post it on my story as well. And then just leave a comment down below, and then I'll ask Saskia to answer your question. If it's a question for me, then I can answer your question as well. Make sure to follow me on my Instagram, it's somewhere up here. And also make sure to go and check out my talk show on Amazon Prime, which is called The Inspiring Vanessa Show. But thank you also so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have watched the interviews I've done with the Malory Towers girls. They are all so sweet and so down to earth. One of the loveliest casts that I've gotten to interview and actually talk to. So again, thank you all for tuning in today. Make sure to stay tuned for more interviews coming up soon. But otherwise, I'll see you all on my next interview or video. Bye everyone.